We are jumping ahead in the timeline today. It turns out this game came out after Police Quest 2 and Police Quest 3. Police Quest 2 uses the old parser interface where you type things in. Police Quest 3 uses the icons, and this game uses the icons as well. Just before we get going, this game has the same problem that I had with Space Quest 5. The dialogue boxes, the things that pop up on screen, they're going to disappear automatically. I'll do what I can. I might need to do some editing in post. I think Space Quest 5 turned out okay though. We'll just see how this goes. Anyway, let's take a look at the intro and listen to the music. I'm very surprised in the intro that we don't see Jim Wall's name, given that he was very involved with the series, but maybe it makes sense because I think after Police Quest 3 they split from him. Matchbook from the Hotel Delphoria. And yeah, Ken Williams is the executive director for this one. He was primarily known for creating the King's Quest games. Are you Jesse Baines? We'll find out, I guess. Those cards are triggering me. We didn't have any jokers in the first game, but those cards are triggering me nevertheless. Lytton, California. Boulder's Travel Guide, 1965 edition. No tour of the California good life would be complete without a stop in Lytton, one of those gems of a small town where progress hasn't spoiled the land or the people. Western Lifestyles magazine, May 1975. Through the craziness of the 60s, Lytton, California has managed to hang onto its high moral values and simple lifestyle, despite the inevitable encroachment of a few undesirable elements. Eyes on California, CBC News Reports, January 1985. Lytton may be a small town geographically, but its problems are at least as serious as those in any major city. Speaking of serious problems, it got the apostrophe right. That's a good sign. That's a very positive sign to start. The Presents. I have done a bit of test recording on this and I got as far as getting into the car. Again, I don't remember this game. I don't know if I've played this one or not. We have the icon interface up here. We have the walk, look, use, talk, inventory, which tells us we are carrying nothing. I need to speed up our movement because that is just way too slow. If we go all the way, it's a little bit too fast for me. So I think I'll put it down here and adjust as needed. And yep, we have 225 points to try and get today. We'll see how we go. All right, let's have a look around. It's you, Officer Sonny Bonds, proud member of the Lytton Police Department. This hallway leads left to the parking garage and right to the main hallway. It's an official Lytton Police Department particle board storage cabinet, item hash 42115-54. A bulletin board displaying general notices and announcements. There's nothing new today. It's an air conditioning vent. Budgetary constraints have forced a cutback in the use of air conditioning, except in the hottest weather. Relevant. This memo slot holds transfer request forms, item hash 46471-32. I wonder if we're going to transfer to narcotics, and if so, whether we need to use that item there. You tug at your clothing to achieve a slightly more comfortable fit. We're going to be seeing that a lot, I think. Paperwork? Now? You're off duty. Who wants to do paperwork when they're off duty? Do it on police time. Sounds fair enough. This door leads to the evidence lockup. Hey guy, on your way to briefing? Better hurry, you don't want Dooley busting your chops, guy. Calling us guy. Curious. Yeah, you can see the exterior of the police station is here. We've only got the little interior windows to work with here. It's kind of a weird effect. If I click here, we're not actually seeing the exterior of the police station, if that makes any sense at all. This is evidence lockup. Physical evidence is deposited here for analysis and safekeeping. Items are checked into evidence through this slot, or they may be retrieved for review. I guess we're going to have to do that with the black book and the gun. It's chicken wire. More than one crazed suspect has tried to retrieve their property by physical force. Wow. Officer Russ Dinkle hands evidence materials. He's singing under his breath, as usual. Please don't rap. I'm not in the mood to do rap. That's LPD official property. Don't think there's anything else we can look at here. You don't need to check anything in. You don't need that wire, Bonds. You're not the one with the chicken problem. Oh, really? Going here already? You don't need to take Russ. He's not going anywhere. You have no desire to put your hand through sheet glass, Bonds. All right, let's have a chat to Russ. Same thing. Hope you found what you were looking for, Guy. See ya. He's calling us Guy. Does he really not know who we are? Russ is busy girding his loins for another donut. He's working on his second box of the day. Jesus, game, going there already. I thought donut jokes were completely inappropriate, but whatever. What am I holding? I'm holding nothing. There's nothing we can do here, so let's just leave the way we came in. You're not that tall, Bonds. Despite the fact that some of these notices are pitifully out of date, you, like everyone else, leave them where they are. Main hallway's over here, garage is here. We have an elevator. The elevator doors are closed. The elevator numbers tell you which floor the elevator is on. So high tech. Yep, solid hallway. Knocking on the doors won't make it work any faster. Just press the button. It's the elevator button. Grimy, but still functional. That's important. We're just wasting time here instead of going to briefing. Where are we? This hallway leads to narcotics on the right. Over there, I assume. The elevator takes you back down to the first floor. Okay, we've gone up here. So we were down on the first floor earlier. We've gone upstairs to the second floor. The elevator always seems to be sitting on the first floor. It's the elevator button. It's inviting you to push it. A fire extinguisher. A smoke detector. This door leads to Lieutenant Morgan's office. That's the first door that we see as we go in the police station in the EGA version. Let's have a look around before I go inside there. I'll probably get in trouble if I go inside there. Oh, that poster. It's a drinking fountain. This is the main hall on the second floor. To the left are the elevator and Lieutenant Morgan's office. It's a smoke alarm. And that's also a different sentence. Crime time, really? The infamous Crime Time bulletin board. It was mounted on the wall so that notices could be put up on the second floor as well as the first. But the Crime Time logo was considered such a classic example of bureaucratic bad taste that nobody could bear to cover it up with memos. Right, this police department clearly has a sense of humor. This door leads to the narcotics room. Okay, so maybe we are going to transfer and move up to the second floor at some point in life. Main hall, it just says to the left there's something here, so I assume there is nothing down here. Can I use the drinking fountain? The last time you drank out of this fountain, it tasted like a chlorine and mud cocktail. Ugh. You decide not to risk it again. It would be fun to spray the hallway with fire-retardant foam, but you suspect Lieutenant Morgan would disapprove. Yeah, I can imagine. Don't take the smoke detector down, Bonds. You could be endangering fellow officers. You just love the feel of cork. Can we go in here? Is that you, Laura? Hello, Sonny. Excuse me, I have a lot of work to do. Also, as penance, I'm going to try and lay off the voices for this playthrough. I did have a lot of fun doing the previous playthrough voices, but yeah, they were difficult, and given the way this game is working with the dialogue boxes disappearing automatically, I think it's a bad idea, so I'm not going to do the voices on this one. I hope that's okay. Also, I still haven't gotten over what I did for Sweet Cheeks Marie. Oh boy. This is Laura's desk. I'm trying to look direct. There we go. Detective Laura Watts, a cheerful, no-nonsense narcotics officer who plays the book. You know what? I'm not going to explore this room too thoroughly because we're going to come back here at some point, I'm sure. So let me pass on that for now. And I'll poke my head in Lieutenant Morgan's office very quickly. But again, I don't think I'll explore the place thoroughly. Door's not locked. Fancy office. Hello, Bonds. Excuse me, I'm quite busy right now. Yeah, we'll come here later at some point, so let's not hang out here. No points. There isn't a fire, Bonds. You may be hot, officer, but you're not going to set off any alarms. I hate that sentence. That's not necessary. Touching the elevator lights won't make you get here any faster, Bonds. Don't whack the elevator. Just push the button. Alright, fine. I mean, I've heard of knocking on the elevator and pushing the button many times to get it moving faster. That's something we learnt from a certain Konami game back in the day. But touching the lights is a new one. No, no, no. Push the button, Bonds. Alright. What have we here? This door leads to the briefing room. That's where we need to go. This door leads to Sergeant Dooley's office. This door leads to the locker room. Can we go down here? This is the main hallway, which conveniently links several rooms together, allowing you access to them all with a minimum of effort. I assume there's nothing down here. Yep, nothing. The keys? The board holds keys to the department's cars. Officer Billings keeps batteries for the radios in here. Since he checks the extenders each morning, there's nothing of interest to you. Alright, in the first game it was kind of portrayed as a rechargeable stand, but we clearly have batteries this time around. The doors are locked. The radios provide communication with the station when you're away from the car radio or you're patrolling on foot. Can I grab these? That sound effect. We have points. We have an inventory. Extender. Your radio extender can be one of your best friends. That's kind of sad. And a little bit real. Patrol car keys. It's your patrol unit's key. All right. Don't know if there's anything else we can look at in here. Let's check out Sergeant Dooley. Who honestly looks significantly younger than the previous game simply because he doesn't have grey hair. You must have something to do, Bonds, so go do it. Don't bother me. Even if you could take Sergeant Dooley's room, where would you keep us? Good question. Sergeant Dooley has his hands full. While this chicken business seems to cross the line, you do get a secret satisfaction out of seeing Dooley this flustered. Really? That was one of my criticisms of the first game, or the EGA version rather, that the chicken business seemed completely unnecessary, and it's still here. I'm surprised I kept it in. We're being told out, 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 with more and more exclamation marks. All right, can I go into the briefing room? I'm not dressed. Yeah. Only uniformed officers are allowed in the briefing room. All right, let's head into the locker room. The showers remind you of your high school gym days, where the same rules applied. Don't bump into anybody, don't make eye contact, and never let them catch you looking below eye level. Fair enough. It's the steamy, sweaty locker room for the male cops. That implies that there is a female locker room somewhere and we can't access it. For good reason. I think that might be a generic message. Because, yeah, I'm trying to look at the shower there, and it looks like that is very, very generic. Just another pass of the Lytton landscape. What the mayor would call another one of Lytton's 1,000 points of light. Is this, I can't remember his name. Fudley. Officer Morris Fudley of the Traffic Division. Boy, does this guy love to take showers. He showers at work to save money. These are lockers, which give this room its name. It's your locker door. There we go, there's our locker door. This dude just walked away. Ooh, and I can't reset it. You'd better change into your uniform. You're late as it is. The benches are old and notorious for splinters. These are toilet stalls. You hate using them, so you're careful to use the facilities at home before coming to work. But if you can use the toilet during the job, you're getting paid for that. It's one of the best things you can do in life, in my opinion. The partition is good at keeping shower water away from the locker area. The department uses low-flow, aerated shower heads. Water conservation is an issue in this part of the country. California, absolutely. Don't think there's anything else around here. I would have liked to have seen who that other police officer was. You don't have time to be sitting around, Bonds. There's work to be done. You took care of that before you left the house this morning. That won't do anything helpful. Everything in the room is covered with dampness from the showers. It's unpleasant to touch. Ooh. That sounds like a recipe for mold. Just walk there. Giving it the white glove test? Apart from the moisture, you will only get athlete's foot germs on your hand. Where is our janitor? Officer Morris can wash himself. Thank you very much. Can I use the shower? Do I lose points or do I just lose the game? You should think about removing your clothes first before taking a shower. You'll get cleaner that way. You have anything to say, Fudley? Bismillah, no. We will not let you go. Let me go. Bismillah, no. We will not let you go. Let me go. will not let you go. Officer Morris is too busy singing to talk to you. I think I can do a pitch-perfect rendition of that song, but it's going to get me DMCA'd because it matches the original, so I'm not going to do it. Let's open our locker. Just as you start to enter your combination, you realize with panic that you've completely forgotten your locker combination. Damn, this happens every time. Then you remember reading your combination somewhere recently. That's it. You saw it in the Gazette. Your combination is the same as the final score in the Grunters-Sows final playoff game. As far as copy protection goes, this is very, very convoluted, and I think now is a good time to switch to the manual and take a look. Okay, this manual may look a little bit different from all of the other manuals that I've recorded, simply because I'm recording this video as 4:3 instead of my usual 16:9, and I'm applying a zoom to it in Resolve afterwards to try and upscale it for YouTube. So if it looks a little bit weird, I do apologize, but it's probably the best way that I can actually get this done. This manual is presented as a newspaper. The poker hands are triggering me. I'm not going to read all of this. There might be something interesting in there that I'll come back and look at later in the game, but right now I'm not interested in looking at it. We have a map there. There is a high resolution map, which I'll pull up later. 5 fatal errors that kill lawmen. Definitely needs to check that out. Voodoo? Really? Anyway, I'm not here for that. I'm here for the codes. So on the right-hand side here, I believe the penal codes here and the vehicle codes are going to act as some form of copy protection. Maybe not the penal codes, but I definitely recall in Police Quest 3 that we need to pull up some 5-digit codes from the manual and input them at some points when we were checking evidence. So that may be a thing in this game. I'm not sure. But right now, we're here for the locker code, which is located here. 3-time Pig Bowl champs. Listen, Grunters, Slaughter, Steelson, Sows. Is it Sows or Sows? I'm not a farmer. I wouldn't know. Lieutenant Morgan led our football team to yet another savoury victory, toppling the Sows in the final playoff game, 26-9. The award ceremony and banquet was held last Saturday. Upon acceptance of the prestigious Hog on Ice plaque, Lieutenant Morgan stated, "This is really too much to ask for in one lifetime. I'm proud of you all. See you out there next season." All right, the locker code is 269. I'm not sure what I'm looking at there. Is that like a visual representation of the locker? But I don't understand why that line is there. That must be the wrong combination. Now, what was that Grunters-Sows score again? Better check your copy of the Gazette. Yeah, that's a stretch. That's really a stretch. It's the combination lock for your locker. To use it, click your hand on the dial beside the digit you wish to change. Dial the correct combination and then click your hand on the locker handle to open the locker. Okay, that's a locker handle. It looks just like a flat piece of metal, but whatever. I see, we can go up and down here. That's kind of neat. We have our locker. Ah! Jesus. Am I going to have to do that every time I change clothes? Alright, I can't actually look in the locker. I'm clicking here, but nothing's happening. The nightstick is here. This is your departmental issue PR-24 nightstick. It's not in the car this time. Only uniformed officers are allowed to carry that. Alright, we need to take a shower first, clearly. It's your trusty blue uniform and patrol belt. It's your towel. You may want to think about taking it home and washing it someday. Ew. It's your ticket book and pen. These are the keys to your Camaro. Oh, I need to look that up immediately. Is it Camaro or Camaro? Alright, having taken a very brief look at the internet, it turns out there's quite a few different suggestions for how this should be pronounced. I'm going to go with Camaro. I don't know if that's correct or not. Let me know how you pronounce it in the comments, pretty please. Can I pick any of this stuff up? I can take the keys to the Camaro. Was it Camaro or Camaro? I don't know. It's going to change throughout this playthrough, I'm sure. Let's grab the towel. You get the towel and put it on. You were raised to be modest. You hang up your street duds. These are your street clothes. Putting them in the same locker where that stinky towel was? Jeez. All right, can we join you in the shower? I love the way the icon changes though. All right, so I just walked in and Bonds is doing his thing automatically. We don't need to turn on the shower and turn off the shower today. I think it's going to happen automatically. Haven't tried that yet. One might expect the infirm and the indignant to talk to themselves, but one does not expect this behavior of an officer of the law. We can't talk to ourselves? Really? Jeez. Oh, this is going to get old very quickly, I think. Putting in that combination every single time. All right, let's grab that stuff. You change into your trusty blue uniform. You place the towel back in the locker and hope it doesn't grow mildew. Yuck. Why would you not hang that thing up like on a rack somewhere? Do we not have the appropriate facilities here? Jeez. That's a ticket book. And that's a nightstick. All patrol officers must wear a regulation uniform when on duty. Wait till you're off duty to put on your street duds. Usage of the word street duds. Don't like it. You already took a shower. How clean do you want to guess? We're not clean enough. Right, we are dressed. What do we have? Oh, we have a bunch of stuff. We have a gun. Service revolver. This is your weapon. A wooden gripped .357 Magnum. Pen. It's departmental issue pen. Oh, that sentence is missing an A there. First blemish. Always ready for that record ticket writing day. It's the key to your personal car. A sleek Camaro. Handcuffs. These are your handcuffs. Fortunately, you remembered to remove them from the bedpost before coming to work this morning. Excuse me? Why would you have your handcuffs on your bedpost? Why is that a thing? I don't understand that. Let me know in the comments. Or not. Nightstick. Black, sleek, and solid. It's the PR24 nightstick. Ticket book. Your ticket book is full of tickets itching to be written. All right, we are clearly a traffic cop. Fudley is still sharing, so can I get back in here now and see who walked off, or is that opportunity lost? All right, who are you? You're a proud member of the LPD. Can I touch you? He doesn't need any help adjusting his uniform. That's not what I'm trying to do, buddy. It's not unlike talking to a brick wall. Yeah, I haven't tried talking to many objects around here. I imagine that is a generic response. All right, let's go into the briefing room. Hopefully we're not late. This is a briefing room. Each shift begins with a briefing. Fair enough. The door leads back out to the main hall. The bulletin board has the usual array of mugshots and group activity announcements. Hey, is that Sergeant Dooley's mother? Why is she there? The chalkboard is used during briefings. The lectern is used for briefings. We actually have chairs here. The tables definitely look like they've been around longer than the station itself. They were probably moved here from the old facility. Many a boring, duly-led briefing has been endured here. For the old facility, so is this like Resident Evil 2 where the police station used to be a museum? That would be really cool. Standard departmental issue seats, item #42290-C. Pigeonholes. These are pigeonholes for office mail. The award-winning Lytton Tribune. Can I see my pigeonhole here? There we go. Jack's pigeonhole has a message that reads, "I shot the last sucker that nosed around in my pigeonhole." That is identical to the EGA version. But hey, Sonny, you better grab your seat before Dooley chews up your can. And I think I'm actually blocking the door. What's up, dude? Looks like the briefing's going to start. Apostrophe missing. Oh, no. You better grab a seat. I better stop whinging about the apostrophes before people start getting upset with me. I'm blocking the door. Hey, Bonds, move it. Dooley's right on my tail. We better get to our seats fast. I can actually block the door. Wow. Right, who have we got here? Oh, again, that's a generic message. Trying to look at the police officers and it's going nup. It's just another passive listen. Dang. Alright, I assume our seat is right here, near the newspaper. He looks so different to the first game. Good morning, boys and girls. I trust you all had fun this weekend. I hope you didn't do anything I wouldn't do. Something about handcuffs, perhaps? Okay, it's time to get serious. Those hand motions. Sergeant Dooley clears his throat and goes over the daily hot sheet of stolen vehicles. That was completely unnecessary, but whatever. Keep a special lookout for a black 1983 Mercedes-Benz, license LOP123, vehicle identification number 603456218. This vehicle was reported stolen last week. We suspect it may be drug-related. Speaking of drugs, be sure to contact any and all informants who may know something about current developments in local drug trafficking. Control, people. Why is control not capitalized? I think the VIN is exactly the same as the first game. Just writing down LOP123. 1983 Mercedes. I'm not cutting that out. And yeah, it disappears automatically, so I have to be fast. This problem is out of hand, people. 3 more teenagers were arrested last night for drunk driving. 2 of them were in possession of cocaine, and all 3 of them tested positive for us. That's pretty grim news, team. We're not doing our jobs. We all have to work together on this before it's too late. No mention of Jefferson High or whatever the school was. They were in possession of cocaine and they all tested positive to it. That is not good. Let's get out there and clean things up, boys and girls. And please, everyone be careful out there. This is a lot rougher crowd than we used to dealing with in little old Lytton. We've got to get their numbers before they get ours. Can we shoot them? What are those arm motions? Speaking of numbers, Bonds, your new call number is 83-32. And don't let that newspaper article make your head swell. It would make too big of a target. Okay, let's get moving. Remember, caution, boys and girls, caution. I assume at this point we can get into our car and start writing tickets. We can't get up, I've got no control. Everyone has to leave the room first, so we're not talking to anyone on the way out, very clearly. They shut the door. How rude. Alright, the newspaper. You pick up the paper and scan the leading stories. Lytton crime rate grows with city by Ben Bulwer, Lytton journalist. In the past several years, the city of Lytton has grown in every way. Industry, employment, and population are booming. This once little town is now a thriving city. Unfortunately, every thriving being has its parasites. Lytton is now plagued with violent crimes such as muggings and drive-by shootings. Well, vandalism is running rampant. Lytton teenagers are no longer spending their time at the mall and the arcade. They are turning to more destructive pastimes. Just last night, 3 of Lytton's young people were arrested for DUI. I assume that's separate from the 3 that we picked up for cocaine possession. Most disturbing, perhaps, is Lytton's new nemesis, the drug trade. The problem no longer consists of kids buying marijuana from each other at the park. The amount of drug-related violence has almost doubled in the past 5 years. There have been recent rumours about a ruthless drug lord known as the Death Angel. I'm not doing that voice. See crime, page 8. Rats, somebody tore out page 8. But another story catches your eye. Officers nominated for award. Lytton Police Chief Randolph Whipplestick has announced the nomination of Officer Sonny Bonds and Officer Joe Morgan for the coveted Officer of the Year award. Both men have shown outstanding, see Officers page 8, which has been ripped out. Did Joe take the page? We'll never know. Pleased and more than a little embarrassed, you put the paper back where you got it. You can't help grinning. That's going to get you killed, Sonny. You close the paper, still grinning. Really? There's nothing worth taking there. The tables seem to be held in place by waxy build-up. No sense in messing with them. Like crap on the floor around the post. Ugh. The handwritten note says, Sonny, how's about an 1198 at Carol's later in the shift? Steve. I'm not going to bring the manual up, but let me just take a very quick look to confirm that 1198 is not in the manual. You discard the note, smiling. You always look forward to chatting with Steve. 1198 is not here. It jumps from 1185 to 1199. But 1198, according to the first game's manual, meant meeting. All right, we're having the same meeting with Steve at Carol's Cafe and Castle and maybe discussing something a bit more sophisticated than the weather this time. What else we got? That's Jack Cobb. He's the guy whose daughter passed away and he's threatening to shoot people who look in his pigeonhole. Jesus. Dude might have some issues, just quietly. Our pigeonhole is empty now. Steve's pigeonhole has a stack of subpoenas. Same as the old game. I can sort of see some chalk directly above the icon there, but I don't think I can grab it. Sit down, Officer Bonds. You're not giving the briefing. Can I grab the chalk, though? Sergeant Dooley stands here. Your chair is at the table. Can I just walk up here and shout to the room and pretend I'm giving a briefing? Can I pretend I'm a sergeant for a day? No. All right, let's get out of here. We were not late for the briefing, somehow. All right, Dooley, are you going to say anything different to me? No, same thing. We'll inspect your office more closely later. All right, so that leads up to the second floor to narcotics. That leads to evidence. There's no list of things that we need in the manual. It's nowhere near as detailed as the first manual with respect to procedures. It's basically just a newspaper about articles and the codes and various things like that. So I assume I've got everything that I need here. Where are we? This is the parking garage. Underground, above ground. This is the Lytton police station. That is a support pole. That looks like a little pipe next to it or something. It's the mast that triggers the automatic sliding doors. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in real life. Are they a thing? Every sliding door that I've seen, you either open manually or it's got a motion detector above it. I have never seen one that is operated by a mat on the ground. What? Did you think there was a key hidden under it? I like that. I like that a lot. That is a trope. That's your departmental issue patrol car. This vehicle belongs to the narcotics unit. It was confiscated in a large drug bust upstate and issued to the department through a program which distributes seized assets to local law enforcement agencies. That is a long sentence. That is the same weird car that we saw in the first game. Not the patrol car, but the other one. And that's us, I guess. It's your sporty personal vehicle. The Camaro. Not a Corvette this time? Are Corvettes Camaros? I'm looking that up. They are not. They're somewhat similar, but they are definitely different car models. Good to know. Alright, let me just save if I haven't done that already. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to get Schrodinger's car tire here. Welcome to the Police Quest driving interface. We've made navigating Lytton easier than ever before. Here's how. You're a complete lie, game. I took one look at this and went, what the actual hell? Chat, if you get this on a single read, you're doing very well. The Lytton City map, shown in the left window, is divided into 4 quadrants. When you exit the police station, you will be in the lower right-hand quadrants. The map will always display the quadrants you're presently in. So the map is here. From time to time during the game, the dispatcher will notify you to go to a particular destination. At other times, you'll have to cruise for a while, and that's what traffic patrol is all about, or figure out where you're supposed to go. Using the map enclosed in the game box will help. What's a game box? Your car, by the way, is the flashing rectangle, which we can't see because it's hidden. It shows you where you are at all times. You can also figure out what individual buildings are by clicking your eye cursor on the streets and buildings depicted on the on-screen map to the left. We can look at the buildings here, that much I did figure out. The 3 arrow controls on the bar, which are hiding behind here because this game's a troll, just above your dashboard are your turn signals. If you click your hand icon on the right signal, at the next corner, you will automatically turn right at a safe speed. The left signal works the same way. If you wish to go straight, click on the straight arrow. Sometimes you will see a stop sign appear on the middle bar above the dashboard. I haven't seen that. This stop sign means you must come to a stop at the intersection you're currently headed for. To come to a stop, approach the intersection at 15 miles per hour or less. Your car will automatically come to a stop. To continue on, click the hand cursor on a direction and then click the hand cursor on the gas. Where is the stop thing? Where is the gas? Where is the speed? The brake and gas pedals are located right next to the turn signals above the dashboard. That's not like any car I've ever driven, just saying. To increase your speed, click the hand on the gas pedal, the pedal to the right. To decrease your speed, click on the brake. Your maximum speed is 55 miles per hour. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Trying to do the math in my head very quickly, I think that's around 95 kilometers per hour. The siren can be activated anytime you're in the squad car. The switch is located below and to the right of the steering wheel. That thing? Click your hand on it to activate the siren. Click on it again to turn the siren off. Only the squad car has a siren. So you're telling me this interface is going to be in the other 2 vehicles. Great. When the siren is on, you can travel at 65 miles per hour and pass through any intersection without slowing down, including the stop intersections. You must also use a siren to chase offenders. When an offender drives past you, turn on your siren to catch them. If you just drive on without a siren, the offender will get away. Highway 41, the Lytton Police Station, the County Jail, and the Hotel Delforia can be entered via a driveway. Just indicate you wish to turn into the drive using the turn signal. Some freeway driveways are exits only, so be careful. This is a long read, holy crap. You will not need to utilise the steering wheel, ignition, or radio microphone. As long as the keys to the car are in your inventory, you can drive. As long as you have your radio extender in inventory, you can contact dispatch when necessary. That's good, we don't have to use this stuff. I was afraid this would be complicated. That concludes your brief tutorial of the Police Quest driving interface. If you're unsure as to the purpose of any of the above dashboard icons, merely click the eye cursor on the icon for an explanation of its use. We now leave the driving to you. Did you get all that, chat? Because I sure as hell didn't. Jesus Christ. This music. Alright, so we're traveling at 5 miles per hour, heading east. That's us there. I assume that's the police station up there. My question is, are we going to get a flat tire? Okay, so that lets us turn. That's a brake, obviously. Can I stop on the road? I can. Alright, let's speed up to 55. I just want to see if we're going to get a flat tire. It doesn't look like it. Alright, let's head west. I assume at this point, because we have no objective, we just need to cruise the streets and see what happens. Oh, I thought I saw a semi-trailer, chat. You die. Just the way it matter-of-factly says you die. And that didn't look too bad, actually. We got hit in the back of the car, we got spun. Unless we got hit right on the driver's side there. Wait, what? Alright, so I did read just before recording that this game has no dead ends. Which is both great and also very upsetting, because Sierra games are famous for their dead ends and the ways that you can die in creative manners. It looks like we're not losing any points for that, but all the same, I don't want to have that happen. And I also want to do the check around the vehicle, so let me load this up. If I walk around the vehicle, do I get points? I do. You give the car a quick inspection. Everything looks ready to go. Is this in the manual somewhere? Oh, okay, so I didn't see this when I was looking through the manual earlier. We don't have the full indoctrination guide with our dress code and what we should be carrying and whatever else, but we do have a bit of stuff on how to do traffic stops and things like that. So yeah, I will need to come back here very clearly. There we go. Vehicle walk-around safety procedures. 1. Be responsible for the vehicle and be held accountable for the equipment assigned to the vehicle. 2. Conduct a daily inspection before each tour of duty. Tour of duty? Really? To ensure that the vehicle is safe, properly equipped, and in serviceable condition. Special attention shall be given to checking all 4 wheels, steering, and brake system. And yeah, the first manual said you just need to walk around the car, and I've just done that right now. I assume what we just did there is the same. And that is worth, oh, it's worth 5 points. Wow. All right, let's hit the streets. And yes, I totally walked to that side of the car because I'm Australian and we drive on the left-hand side of the road.